Hello everyone. Look how we all looking during quarantine time. How have you been? I haven't been live in a minute. I thought I'll go live while I have a little bit of time. I had to come outside to do my grocery shopping. I only come out unless I have to. And having kids in the house and my brother that eats like an army, I have to come out more than often. But I just wanted to check in and see how y'all was doing and see how y'all handling this quarantine, this COVID-19 pandemic. Like, I've really been laying off of media because I just don't have time for the media switching up everything. What I do watch is the president press conference about everything that's going on. I listen to him and I listen to the experts and I go on about my day. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just so many people trying to politicize this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not the time to politicize this type of situation. You know what I'm saying? There's people that's really out here living in fear for their lives. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't think and act like me because I'm not in fear. Because for one thing, I fear nothing. You know, the Bible tells you don't fear nobody but God. So you know what I'm saying? That's how I carry on with my life. You know what I'm saying? During this time. And what I tell people, like, during this time that you have absolutely nothing to do, get to know yourself. Get to know your kids. We be so busy working in the world, doing this and doing that we don't even have enough time, family time for each other. You know what I'm saying? So I see a lot of videos on social media with the family doing Ticos, how the family doing gatherings that's in the house. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that normally don't happen because we so consumed with life. And you know, I always look at things as a biblical thing. Like, God stopped the whole earth. Put the whole earth on hold. Like, you got to take back and try to think something like that. Like, why? Like, the whole earth is on lockdown. You know, just spend some time, lay up off this social media because I'm about sick of these people. What I did click on yesterday to watch the press conference, I go on Twitter. You have a news lady. I can't pronounce her name right. Yamiche, whatever her name is. The Surgeon General was basically saying, you know, stay at home. Well, before I say that, let me just say this. Okay, I've been seeing a lot of reports, a lot of people saying that this virus has been affecting the black community more than other communities, and this, that. Then you have some people trying to make it like, I don't understand how a virus can be racist. A virus don't know no skin color or nothing. When a virus hit, it hit. Now, when anything hit, if your body can't sustain it, you can have major consequences for it. As I keep telling y'all, that I think this virus been out. Back in November, when I went to the for Thanksgiving for my family in Alabama and Atlanta, I got very sick. I thought I had the flu, but this flu didn't feel like a normal flu. I went to the ER twice. When I went to the ER, they gave me that thing. They stuck. Let me tell y'all something about that. I wouldn't wish nobody to get that thing stuck in their nose. I wouldn't want that on Nancy Pelosi or Maxine Waters. I wouldn't even wish that test on them. They stick this thing, this Q-tip. It seemed like, I don't know where the hell, man. That is the most painfulest thing ever. So when they gave me the test, they did an x-ray and everything. They came back, they said, you have a virus. I'm like, a virus? Like, what is it? Like, I never, like, in my life had a virus. They was like, well, you have a virus. You know, virus come around this time of the year. And you also have bronchitis. I'm like, wait a minute. They like, sometimes when you catch a virus, it will onset your respiratory system and mess up your respiratory system. So in the meantime, like, when they diagnosed me, I went back to the ER again because I was in so much pain. Like, I never felt that bad. And I had tweeted out about it. Like, about the whole situation, about me being on a plane with this lady, and she was just doing some weird stuff, blowing in, but she had a mask on her face. Like, I don't know if she was sick, whatever. But as soon as I got off the plane, I was instantly sick. So I just want them to test my results from back in November, to see if I actually had the COVID-19, because I had all the symptoms, and that I didn't have any taste or anything. Like, I was I didn't eat for like 2 weeks. Like, remind you, it was Thanksgiving. I was around my family. Then the bronchitis, like, I never had bronchitis, but I was coughing so much to my chest felt like it was about to cave in, and so much mucus was just coming out of me. It was just the most horrific ordeal. But at that time I was 37 years old. I'm healthy. I might be a little on the chunky side, but not that much, but I'm healthy, you know what I'm saying? So it was like I sustained that virus. But if somebody else that have all kind of other complications, they wouldn't be able to survive that. So, you know, they got the thing, they got people was complaining that they not doing enough for the African American community because this virus is disparaging them. So soon as they said something about that, the Attorney Surgeon General got on TV, talked about the black community, and was saying how high it is, how this virus is really highly affected that community, telling them stay home, don't do much of this, don't do much of that, don't drink it and drugs, and, you know, tell your pawpaw, you know, think about your pawpaw and your big mom. Do you know these fools? I want to call them something else, but I don't even want to get my video taken down. Listen, these fools, I seen them tweeting the reporter that was in the press conference, telling her that they think that that how he said it was it make black folks feel some type of way. So she tweeted out exactly what he said. Then she put up underneath there, said something like referring to make you feel some type of way. So I said, how is Big Ma and Pawpaw racist? If most black folks, if you can, probably one out of two African Americans had a Big Ma in their house. All my grandma, we call my grandma Big Ma. Everybody had a Big Ma. Like, that was just something, especially if you was from the South. From the South, you had a Big Ma. My Big Ma was my great grandmother. My father's mother, which is my grandmother, her mother, we called her Big Ma. Everybody in America got a pawpaw. Big Ma's is what Medea, Tyler Perry talks about. Everybody have a Big Ma. Like, so how is that racist? And how is it racist when we talking about what's affecting the black community? If the black community, if it's reported that the black community is higher in having high blood pressure, diabetes, obesity, hypertension, heart rate, all this stuff. So if they telling you to slow down on this and slow down and do that, how is that racist? It's like y'all don't want to talk about it unless certain people say. Now, all these people that was complaining about it was saying the same thing. And then was saying, oh, how they saying stuff and other people that's outside. Let me tell you something. If you can look at my timeline and you can look at my snap, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. I'm not around a lot of white people. I'm majority 95% black people. Is what's around in the community that I'm from. Now, I've been going crazy on the people on my timeline, on my personal page and my other page, telling them like they at house parties doing all kind of shit. Now, I'm not saying that this is not happening in other races. I'm just saying this is what's happening in the community that I'm from, that I'm seeing. But these same people on their complaining is retweeting these people at these parties, outside, all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So now when somebody call it out, it's racist. Like, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You was just complaining about a lot of black folks being outside. Well, this is what we said, what's being caught on camera. And people is posting and stuff. Then you complained about how the disparities with with race and the underlying factors that people in our generation to get more sick from. So when they call this stuff out, you people say it's racist. Like, I just want to know what world I'm living in. I just don't understand, like, what world are we living in? So it's this is what I gather from it. Only black folks can complain about what's going on in black people community, but if another race or somebody in this administration said something about it, it's deemed as racist. We can't have our cake and eat it too. Now, when I tell people, when they want to pinpoint, like, black people are not the only people that's obese, have hypertension, heart disease, and all that. We're not the only race. It's every race has problems. Because and you can't say it's about the hood that you grew up in. I grew up in the projects. I can show you these projects. I'm right here in my projects anyway, because I had to go to the store. I grew up in this projects right over here. Let me show y'all. I grew up over there in them projects over there. Now listen. I grew up around all kind of people in the projects. I can give you a clear example. Just because you live in a project do not mean that you're unhealthy and you don't eat right and you this is that. That's a damn lie. It's families that I grew up with that was Muslims. They didn't eat no pork. They was healthy. They worked out. I had friends that been working out since we was younger, fit and this is that. Just because you live in a poor community do not mean that you just so poor that you're not eating right. But see, this is the stigma that they put on stuff, because they act like, because if you in a certain situation, it will make it worse. You know what I'm saying? Like you just don't know no better. It was great families down here that cooked healthy and everything. I know a lot of them. So don't make it seem like just because you from the hood or from the projects that we just out here not eating right. Now, is it some that do? Of course. That's any and everywhere. That's any and everywhere. Why we just can't target on the people that's doing it and just leave race out of it? Listen, people that's out there not eating right, that's drinking and smoking and doing all this stuff, if this virus hits you, you will have a higher chance of losing your life. Keep the race out of it. When you put race in it, you make it seem like y'all saying all these statistics as if white folks and other races not out here dying and unhealthy. It doesn't make any sense. You can't have it both ways. But see, race sells. Race makes it more better. When you say race, not now, they was just saying black folks can't get it. This is what the internet and certain people that was tweeting, not the administration, not other people. They were saying that we can't get it. Now all of a sudden they act like we dying off the cliff. We just cannot have it that way. Just get down to the truth. But we want to get down to the truth, talk about the truth. You can't get mad because they called out the truth and then try to call it racist. Everything, they water down racist so much. Like, listen, everything is racist. The truth is racist. That's the new thing. The truth is deemed as racist. And I just think that's the stupidest thing that they can put out there instead of dealing with the facts. Hey, y'all, we got some data in. And you know, when they put the data in, they put your age in there, your race in there, your gender in there, and all that in there. And we seeing a high number in African Americans that have this. Not just African Americans. Don't leave off the ones that has this, has that, and has that. You have a higher chance of dying and this, that. Talk like that. In the white race, the ones that passed away, we collected the data from y'all, and those was the causes that caused. You know what I'm saying? Do that. Don't just make it seem like the virus just out here just passing white folks. And, okay, here go a black one. Let me get him. Like, come on. I mean, some stuff is just common sense. And y'all made a black man. Y'all said a black man calling out saying Big Ma is race. I never heard that a day in my life. I can ask this man right here. Hey, sir. Can I ask you a question? Growing up, have you ever had a Big Ma?
Big what?
You know, have you ever, your grandmother had a Big Ma? You know somebody in your family?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that's racist?
No.
Okay, I just wanted to ask you that.
No.
Okay, thank
You
you.
talking
Have a
about
blessed
Big Ma?
day. Yeah,
Big?
Big Ma.
No, that ain't racist.
What? That's it. That's in most black households. What they call your grandma, right?
Right.
Okay. You have
Somebody,
a.
somebody think that's racist?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, sir. You have a blessed day. Stay safe.
Okay.
I can stop every black person that's outside and ask them this question. Please do not. This is what I want y'all to do. Lay up off that media. People are spreading false information, like they spreading false information about the stimulus checks that's coming out. They scaring people and telling people they not gonna get it to August. People got their checks yesterday. A whole bunch of people got their stimulus checks yesterday. Of course, unemployment is gonna be backed up. Over 6 million people. It has never been that many people applying for unemployment at one time. And I know everybody need their ends to meet, but us as a people, and after this is over with, especially with people that's in poor neighborhoods, definitely have to sit down and have a conversation, because at the end of the day, you are supposed to survive it. What if the government didn't give you $1,200 and everything laid off? This is the purpose of having emergency funds in your account. This is the purpose of having at least 6 months. But at this point, I'm thinking, okay, I need a year worth of emergency funds that I don't touch, that I could cover every bill. Because this is, life will happen. Things like this in life will happen. And you cannot be just dependent on the government. And I'm gonna have a lot of classes in my community about this, especially about the thing of saving. Because now a lot of people is dependent on the government for something. And you on the government time. You on the government terms. What about people that's not working? What is $1,200 going to do to some people? Yes, people are grateful to have that. But in reality, what is that? That's nothing. That's something to sustain, but but just the best that they can do. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Instead of Congress asking for a raise, they should have asked to put more money in the stimulus. Gave people $2,500 a month or $3,000 a month instead of them getting a raise. See, you have to look at stuff like that. Ask why the Democrats want to raise but want to give you. This is the pennies and dimes that Nancy Pelosi talking about. This is the pennies and dimes of a communist, something like this. Take this little bit and do and survive how you want to. But you as a person, everybody should have took something and learned something from this. I learned, okay, I need to get closer to me, closer to God. You know what I'm saying? Make family time with my kids. You know what I'm saying? Money wasn't an issue with me, and I thank God, and I'm blessed to say that. You know what I'm saying? But it's other people that didn't. So all this, you should be learning something. You should be gaining something out of all this. You should be learning. And one thing for sure, and two things for certain, that don't depend on the government, because it's no telling. You dealing with them on their terms, basically. You know what I'm saying? And be healthy. Take your vitamins. You know, it's so many natural stuff you can do. Get that mucus up out of you. A lot of mucus is what cause a lot of viruses to live in you and different stuff. Look at natural remedies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I take vitamins. I have sea moss, black seed oil, different stuff. Like, look into natural stuff, because I'm not a pill medicine type of person. I like to stick to I'll even go look in the Bible and some stuff they're saying there and go try to get something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like that type of person. Like, your body have to be healthy for stuff like this. Because listen, this is not gonna be the last one. This is not gonna be the last one. So you have a good enough time to get your body together to sustain as you and your family. Get a good healthy diet. Get good exercise in yourself. Start about saving money. Take 10% out your check and put it up and don't even touch it for emergency purposes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in a position, like, I'm cool, so Can you name 10 current NBA players? No. No, I can't. I don't. I have shit, I don't know. But that's all I want to say. And with the news, my advice is just watch the Trump press conference and turn your TV off. Because everything else is just too much. People spreading too much false information. Everything Trump say, they go against it. Every time he try to help, it ain't good enough. He didn't come quick enough. This one enough. This, that, everything. You know what I'm saying? We just have to stand strong and just pray for one another. And do not be tricked and do not be fooled. We is not doing no damn mail-in ballots. That's a big no for me. And I just wanted to come in and chime with y'all, but today I'll probably come chime in every couple of days or whatever, just to see what y'all doing. So make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share, and let me know how y'all feel about all this is going on. And to everybody, stay safe, wash your hands, try to stay 6 feet, have your mask on when you out, and sanitize your hands and just stay healthy. All y'all have a blessed day. I don't even know how to turn this off. Oh.